of the Olympic Games' founding sports is modern pentathlon. It was creator of the modern Olympics Baron Pierre de Coubertin's belief that this event, above all others, would test an athlete's moral and physical attributes most. Modern pentathlon combines fencing, swimming, horse riding, pistol shooting and running, whilst demanding qualities of courage, coordination and adaptation to find the most complete all-round athlete. The 2015 World Cup has seen 4 events take place in cities across the globe, from Sarasota in Florida to more recently Kecskemét in Hungary. Both the men's and women's disciplines have taken place at each event alongside a relatively new concept, the mixed relay. The mixed relay is a rare opportunity to see both male and female athletes compete in tandem for their nations. The belief from the UIPM is that one day it will be included as an Olympic sport. The modern pentathlon World Cup season culminated in the final held in Minsk, Belarus, a city that has seen dramatic development since its independence from the Soviet Union, and an ideal location to showcase such a prestigious event. The World Cup final brought all the dignitaries to Belarus to witness firsthand just how spectacular a capital Minsk is, and the potential it has to host bigger events in future.
I have observed over so many years in your country and in Minsk, you have changed your country, you have changed your city, and the spirit of Olympic sport is really in this country and this city.
The investment, what they have made in sport facilities, the willingness to organize big competitions and to do it later. As we know, the ice hockey was a big challenge for the country, and we, the Pentathlon, had last year a great European championships for juniors, and now the World Cup final will be a step with the Union directly, not only the Europe.
One of the original Olympic ideals was to include more mixed sports, but so far this hasn't happened. However, the UIPM are confident and committed that one day this famous sport will take centre stage as a mixed discipline.
The mixed relay, you know, this is something what we are discussing with IOC Sport Department and with the Program Commission and the IOC President. And when I was reading and listening to the decisions in IOC 2020 agenda at the IOC session in Monaco, then is a clear statement. Dear federations, include more mixed relay competitions. So nobody has to tell us. We're doing this more than 10 years already. But now this mixed relay is dynamic, is very fast, shows team spirit and the two genders together. So everything what you want to achieve in IOC, that we are presenting already so many years.
I think there is really, if you are serious, not a single argument not to include the mixed relay 2020 Tokyo.
I tell you, the athletes, they really love it. When you see when they are competing together and when they come back winning or losing, whatever, the emotion, there's something special there. Team sports is so loved by people. And also in an individual sport, if you have a team competition, I think that gives another spirit to the Olympic Games.
And it's a view the athletes themselves share too.
I love the mixed relay because I never get to compete with the team because we're quite a small nation, and it's great to compete with someone else, and especially someone like Arthur, so we can really hunt down the medals, and I definitely love it anyway.
It's more of attractive, I think, to have both gender like competing together. It's add more fun to the sport, add more like spice.
I think when the mixed relay first came in, it was more of a fun event, and now it's becoming more serious and more nations are taking part.
The World Cup final kicked off in traditional fashion, with locals providing the 2,000-strong crowd with some weird and wonderful sights, whilst the athletes themselves waited in the wings for their own performances to begin, which would be in the fencing over at the Belarusian State University. 36 bouts were in store for all of the 10 nations competing in a round-robin event. Each bout would consist of 4 points, with the men and women playing for 2 points each. One hit equals 1 point, and the first to 3 points wins. It would be Russia, Ireland and Belarus that got off to the best starts, winning their first few bouts and setting the standard for the rest of the field to follow. The nations had similar fencing styles, which was to attack from the off, and this proved to be successful. Egypt's Omar El Jaziri and partner Heidi Morsi lost to the leaders early on, but did manage to stay within touching distance at the halfway point. A feat in itself when you consider Heidi is just 15.
She's very young and she's very promising. Like, we have a very high hopes for her. She competed in the Youth Olympics and she did amazing, and then she's getting better and better every time, and just like she's astonishing all of us.
Gaining experience from competing alongside the likes of David Svoboda would be invaluable to any junior pentathlete, although the Olympic champion and his partner Natalie Dianova will want to forget their fencing performances in Minsk as they struggled to get going, totalling 15 wins and 21 losses. Russia ended their 36 bouts with a flourish, finishing the morning with 23 wins and just 13 losses. But it was to be Ireland and Belarus that would battle for the top points on offer. Ireland beat Belarus late on to finish 24 and 12 for 242 points. But it was the host that performed a fraction better, with 2 extra wins from their 36 bouts to finish with 26 wins, 10 losses and 256 points. So a solid start for the 2 local athletes in front of their home crowd. But there's a long way to go.
Yes, it's a very special event for us. We are grateful for the fans' support and we are looking forward to the competition. And actually we expected the victory.
The second event of the day in the mixed relay was the swimming. 4 lengths of the pool, with the women racing the first 2 lengths before the changeover. Heat 1 saw Mexico, Guatemala, Belarus, Egypt and Russia first up to enter the pool. Belarusian Aro Katsiorina took charge early on in the centre lane with an extremely strong swim. She managed to create a huge gap between herself and second place in her 2 lengths, which gave teammate Ilya Palashkov the easiest of swims, and they recorded a very competitive time of just 2 minutes. Egypt and Russia were second and third respectively. Heat 2 included the 2 favourites, Ireland in lane 4 and Korea in lane 2, but it would have to be a quick swim to take top spot from the Belarusians.
This is the first length of Heat 2 mixed relay 200 meters, 100 meters for each swimmer. Out early is Mina Jong from Korea. She had a great dolphin underwater kick. She is way out front off that start. A nice solid stroke. Again, 2 lengths for each swimmer, 100 meters for the ladies, 100 meters for the men. Mina Jong from Korea. Out in lane 2, Argentina 3. In lane 4, Natalia Coyle with the Irish green caps. And then we have Kazakhstan in 5 and the Czech Republic in 6. Mina Jong, our leader. Nice stroke. 5 and 6. Czech Republic and Kazakhstan. Argentina's falling back. And it's Mina Jong. She'll be handed off to her teammate Moon Tae-jun. They approach the 100-meter mark. And Korea's out to the early lead. And there's Jun. He's off. Out in lane 2. Korea, our leaders. Strong 6-beat kick. Great sprint style. But it's a very, very close race. We've got Arthur Lanigan-O'Keefe from Ireland in the green cap out in lane 4. He is moving. Moved into second. Korea in first. Ireland in second. Jun and Lanigan-O'Keefe as they approach the 150-meter mark. Off the wall, and it's Lanigan-O'Keefe. Lanigan-O'Keefe has pulled out at that turn at the 150-meter mark. A great turn, and he is turning it on this last 50 meters. Lanigan-O'Keefe from Ireland. Jun from Korea. It's Ireland and Korea. Back in third, it's Kazakhstan and the Czech Republic. David Svoboda, the Olympic champion, representing Czech Republic. Ireland and Korea, it's too close to call. Ireland and Korea, Lanigan-O'Keefe and Jun. Ireland and Korea, and it's Ireland. It's going to be Ireland. And then in third place, Kazakhstan and the Czech Republic. It's a dead heat for third. Arthur Lanigan-O'Keefe for the Irish. Clearly happy with that result. Korea in second. It's going to be a great, great competition for the Irish.
An incredibly close finish for the Irish, but they did just enough to take first for 350 points, with Korea finishing 0.05 of a second behind them for 349 points.
Yeah, I had an idea that the Koreans were going to be the ones that are going to race us for the win, but I saw I was catching them at the end, so I dug deep and I thought I would get it, and I just did.
Yeah.
And the towel bursted off in the first 100, so it was perfect.
Yeah, we're having a great day so far, and hopefully we can
start.
continue it on.
Yeah, now's the time not to think about what's happened and just focus on each event.
Yeah, every event's our best event.
We're pretty strong at all the events.
Well, we're just going to, each event, as you said, just to try and do the best. You know, we just want to come and perform the best we can.
That great swim by Ireland brings them back into contention for the gold, but Belarus are ahead by just 2 points with 3 events to come. The gap is beginning to widen between second and third, with Russia currently occupying that place, but Korea and Egypt are in the mix. Event 3 is the bonus round of fencing, but this time it's a little different as winner stays on. Both team members fence once, and if scores are level, the men fence again. 2 points are on offer per bout. The teams sitting in 9th and 10th start proceedings. Mexico and Argentina were first up, with the Mexicans taking the win. Kazakhstan eventually pushed the Mexicans aside and went on to amass 4 more points before they were beaten by Guatemala. The South Americans added 5 points to their tally, the most of all the nations, before being knocked out by Russia. And the final bout was between Ireland and Belarus. Belarus won that one, taking the overall win in the bonus fencing. Confirmation after the bonus fencing, Belarus top on 596 points, just 1 point ahead of Ireland in second on 595, and Russia in third on 565 points. Guatemala's good run moves them above the Czech Republic into 6th. The penultimate event of the 2015 World Cup mixed relay was the riding. In the horse riding, the 2 riders from each nation get just 20 minutes to familiarise themselves with the course before they meet their given horse for the first time and take him or her out on a test drive, which includes 5 trial jumps. Riders then take to the course in reverse order in the standings, with the time penalties being awarded for fences knocked down and refusals. Mexico were first out as they sat bottom of the leaderboard. Their clear round on the 8-fence course from Mayan Oliver and Alvaro Dandaval meant they got maximum points. Clear rounds also followed for Kazakhstan before the Czech Republic took to the arena. Natalie Dianova managed a clean round herself and handed over to the Olympic champion, David Svoboda.
David Svoboda, the Olympic gold medalist. Nobody has more experience than him. Got a little tight there, had a rub with his forelegs, pulls the rail. He's got a right-hand turn to the big triple bar. Makes the right-hand turn, and he's got a problem. This is absolutely what the modern pentathlon ride is all about. You draw for horses. You've never ridden this horse before. You get 20 minutes in the warm-up arena. You can see the warm-up to the right. Your job is to try to figure this horse out in that 20 minutes. It's a little bit like a marriage. Some work, some don't. David's got his hands full here. He's coming into the triple bar. He's got a refusal. And David will finish the course here. It's been a very disappointing round for the Olympic champion. But again, the World Championships are just in a couple of weeks, and I think we'll see more of him there.
Egypt, back in 5th place on the leaderboard, then had their chance to gain valuable ground on the leaders.
Heidi Morrissey on course. She is the youngest athlete in the field. She's riding well, especially considering this is the first year she's actually completed a modern pentathlon riding course. She's a little loose in the saddle, but she is going, you are watching one of the great future stars of the sport. Omar El Jaziri get caught back on that fence. Lots of experience, clean so far. Tall athlete, wraps his legs around, pushes forward, and he gets a clean round. That's a clean round for the Egyptians, Omar El Jaziri and Heidi Morrissey.
Russia, sitting in 3rd on the leaderboard before their run, knocked down 2 of the 8 fences, meaning the Egyptians moved within 8 points of them and 3rd place. Finally, it was the top 2 to ride, and the pressure was on, with just a single point separating them on the overall leaderboard. Ireland's Natalia Coyle had a nightmare round with a double refusal at the 3rd and 4th. And partner Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe felt the pressure too at the 7th, which meant that they took only 256 points, giving Belarus a chance to extend their lead at the top before the combined event.
On course for Belarus, Katerina Arol, over 1. She's come a long way with her riding, looks very good in the saddle. Nice pace for that right-hand turn to that big triple bar. This is what fouled up David Svoboda. Coming to the triple bar, pushes him forward, nicely done. The related distance to 4, also nicely done. Ilya Polaskov from Belarus, the host country. Lots of pressure on these athletes. They're riding very well. Quiet hand, steady leg. Keeps him moving as he approaches the last fence. He's steady. Push. Nicely done for Ilya Polaskov in Belarus. It's going to keep them in the driver's seat going into the combined.
So maximum points for Mexico, Kazakhstan and Egypt for their clear rounds, but a costly event for Russia and particularly Ireland, who are both 28 seconds behind the Belarusians going into the final event. Egypt and Korea will be breathing down their necks too, looking at the bronze medal.
Yeah, we're 36 from the first, I think, and like 8 seconds from the second, so like everything is possible. Heidi is 15 years old, so she's a little bit young, need more experience. So she was a little bit nervous before the ride. We did perfect score, so very glad about that.
So Belarus have a 28-second lead for the combined event, which will take some catching from Ireland and Russia. Egypt sit 36 seconds off the lead and Korea 39 seconds, so they'll likely be eyeing the bronze.
3, 2, 1, start. There goes Belarus.
And we've got Belarus on the course. Here's the final event of the modern pentathlon mixed relay. Each athlete will run 2 times 800 meters and do 2 shooting series. Katerina Orol representing Belarus, wearing number 1, shooting in position number 1. You see the 5 red lights. She needs 5 greens so she can go on and start her 800 meters. She's got 2 greens. The pressure these athletes have on them, especially when you're the host country, and the crowd has great expectations. On course now we have Ireland and Russia. Natalia Coyle from Ireland, Katerina Kuryskina from Russia. On course, on her first 800 meters, is Orol from Belarus. Now we have dead heat, Ireland and Russia.
Running together.
Belarus is just extending their lead. Katerina Orol, it's just a wonderful feeling to be that far out in front when you're the host country.
Running stride for stride.
Natalie Coyle and Katerina Kuryskina from Russia. The Irish in green, Russia in white. Stride for stride. They are 2 great runners, 2 great combined athletes. And there's Heidi Morrissey, the youngest athlete in the field.
You have Argentina, Mexico, and the Czech Republic.
And Korea. You have Mina Zhang from Korea. Katerina Orol, all she needs to do is keep it steady and not have a disaster on the range. And looks like the gold medal will be theirs. But Ireland and Russia, stride for stride. There's the race. That's the race right there. Coming onto the shooting range again, our leader from Belarus, Orol. The heart rate gets over 200 beats per minute. You see him slow down coming into the range. She got 2 shots, 2 hits. She's got it under control. This is going to be exciting with Ireland and Russia coming in together.
And Orol has it. Orol from Belarus has 5 hits.
Belarus is extending their lead. She's going to has 800 meters to go before she hands off to her teammate.
Dead heat between Russia and Ireland.
And the men will have a shot at it. And there goes Natalia Coyle.
For Ireland. She has the edge in 2nd position. And then Katerina Kuryskina.
Kuryskina from Russia following. About 30 meters back. Zhang from Korea.
Ireland and Russia are top 3.
Our leader, Belarus. Ireland clearly in 2nd. Natalia Coyle, a great combined athlete. She's pulling away from Kuryskina from Russia. But again, when they hand off to the men, it's anybody's race. That's the exciting part of the mixed relay.
Czech Republic coming in, and Argentina.
Mina Zhang from Korea there, looking strong. Slips there on the corner. These are 90-degree turns, but the course is actually very well made. For the most part, flat, solid ground. good footing for the athletes. The roll's coming to the handoff point. She's going to be handing off to her teammate Ilya Polaskov. Natalia Coyle from Ireland, she'll be handing off to her teammate Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe. And Kurskinik from Russia, which she'll be handing off to Ilya Shugurov. And there goes Polaskov.
Belarus going to his first shooting series.
Zhang from Korea, she's been handing off to Un Tae-jun.
Off to Lanigan O'Keefe for his second shooting series. So we have Belarus in first, Ireland in second.
Polaskov from Belarus. We'll see how he does in his first series. He's got 3 green lights. Looks solid. Lanigan O'Keefe went to the wrong position. They have to shoot in. They're shooting in position 3, but they have an A and a B, and he needs to shoot on the B target, which is why he had to shift over. Belarus just extending that lead. What a powerful runner. No question, being the host country and having those cheers. There goes Ilya Shugurov. It's passed, and there goes Lanigan O'Keefe. Had a little difficulty, but don't count him out. He is a great combined athlete.
You have Polaskov, Shugurov, and Lanigan O'Keefe.
Ilya Shugurov. Again, anybody on the Russian team, they are formidable. I've seen world championships where they've had 4 individual world individual champions representing their country at the same time. Extraordinary team. Omar El Jaziri there from Egypt. Omar's having a tough day. He's a little under the weather. He's been coughing a lot. I spoke to him earlier. He's gutting this out. Frankly, he's sick. You know, and I question whether he should be competing actually. And there goes Mexico. Mexico, traditionally a very, very strong combined team, training at altitude. And Polaskov from Belarus, very much under control, very smooth.
Wearing number 10, followed by Emery from Guatemala.
And here he's coming down the straightaway. He'll be coming in for his final shooting series. He needs 5 green lights.
First position, Belarus, coming in for his second shooting series.
He needs 5 green lights. 5 green lights away from a gold medal. Shugurov from Russia, followed by Lanigan O'Keefe, who has made up the distance. It's closing. That's only about a 20-meter gap. So it's going to come down to the run. That last 800 meters. And there's June from Korea. June from Korea in 4th position. Russia in 2nd. Lanigan O'Keefe in 3rd. Again from Ireland, and Korea in 4th. Coming onto the shooting range. This is the final shooting series. There's Belarus, our leader. He's got 4 green lights. He needs 1 more, and he's got it. There's Polaskov from Belarus. He's 800 meters from the gold medal in the title World Cup final, mixed relay champion. What a great thing to happen for the host country. And Shugurov in 2nd position. And Lanigan O'Keefe. The Irish have passed Russia. Lanigan O'Keefe from Ireland in 2nd. There goes Korea. Korea has passed Russia. Korea's in 3rd. There's Belarus. He's got a big smile. He knows it's his. Shugurov from Russia still on the range. It's very frustrating for him. He timed out. That's a 50-second. Disappointing for Russia. But Ireland, Lanigan O'Keefe, nobody's going to catch this guy. He's one of the best runners in the sport. He knows he's smelling that silver medal. Lanigan O'Keefe from Ireland. There's June from Korea in 3rd position. I think we've got our bronze medalist there. Shugurov from Russia and Omar El Jaziri from Egypt. You can see the pain on his face. He's having a tough day. He's ill, frankly. And there's Polaskov coming in, our champion from Belarus, the first day of the World Cup final. They're going to come home with a medal on day 1 here in Minsk, Belarus. The team of Katerina Arol and Ilya Polaskov from Belarus. Their gold medal. They are happy campers. Our gold medalists and champions. There they are. That's the mixed relay. That's what it's all about. Lanigan O'Keefe has done it. He has run himself into the silver. The Irish are taking home the silver medal. It's Natalia Coyle and Lanigan O'Keefe. And June from Korea, our bronze medalist will be Korea. June and Zhang, they're our medalists. We've got Belarus, Ireland, and Korea, and Sugarov from Russia bringing in fourth.
Belarus take gold and Ireland the silver. Korea were rewarded with the bronze after a gutsy performance and deserve huge credit for their efforts. But the Belarusians proved too strong for the field on home soil.
I'm very happy.
We are very glad that we started with a victory and finally finished with a victory.
Your home is your castle, and we are glad that our country provided this competition with the best resources and facilities. We are thankful to our families, fans, and our country, of course.
You got to be happy with second, but there is a little bit of bittersweet there. With a little bit more luck our side, maybe it could have been one better.
My horse riding go as well as I hoped it would, but everything else for me went like a dream for the rest of the day, so I suppose you've got to take silver. It's our third silver this year, so happy out with that.
We want the gold next time.
We're hungry, yeah, we're hungry for the gold.
Next time hopefully we can get the gold.
Ireland just miss out, but deservedly the home nation Belarus take gold in an extremely close contest. Join us next time in Berlin for the World Championships.